Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and today we are diving into a sweet up Prosperous Sacrifice deck. I wanted to play Prosperous Innkeeper and Kalain with Korvold before all the new stuff dropped in Historic, because there is a ton of crazy awesome stuff that's coming to Historic really soon, and I feel like this would just get lost in the mix, and so I wanted to do it while it's still new and fresh before everything else happens. And I also wanted to play the Sacrifice deck without Cauldron's Familiar and Witch's Oven or anything. I didn't want the typical stuff that you did with it. I wanted to change it up a little bit. We still have some of the best stuff like Claim the Firstborn with Woe Strider, but we also now have Deadly Dispute, which is phenomenal with Mayhem Devil because it makes a copy while you're also sacrificing stuff and drawing cards and doing more things. And so basically all the things that we have, if Shambling Ghast at sacrifice, creates another permanent for us to sacrifice. And so Mayhem Devils become insane levels of power, and then Korvold becomes insane levels of power. And so that is kind of the main idea of this deck, is that between Mayhem Devil and Korvold, we get enough value from these things going off. Just like every creature that we have gets Prosperous Innkeeper, comes out, and we're totally fine sacrificing Prosperous Innkeeper to Korvold or to a Woe Strider to make sure Mayhem Devil gets in for more damage. It's just, there's just a lot of power that we have with this that is really, really sweet. We are sacrificing a little bit of removal in this spot because of Prosperous Innkeeper and Kalain. I have Gilded Goose because it creates 2 permanents by itself as well, so really good stuff. It does ramp us up to Korvold a little bit quicker. I'm not sure if that's the best ramp to be going for in this format, especially not when we're not running Cauldron Familiar or whatever. I'm not sure if it should be just like a Llanowar Elves or something else to be a little bit more consistent. But with Kalain, we do get to put at least a counter onto Gilded Goose at some points, and so it can be at least a little bit better. And so I wanted to try it out still how it is. And so this deck, I'm excited to see how it goes, and we're going to go ahead and dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. Before we dive into the gameplay, a quick reminder to hit the subscribe button. Only you can get us up to 50,000 subscribers, so I would appreciate if you hit it. Thank you so much. Here we go. All right, up against Johninator, and we don't actually have any sacrifice stuff, but this is okay. We'll keep it. Shambling Ghast into Kalain into a 4/4 Mayhem Devil, which does dodge a lot of removal here and there. And pass the turn. All right, up against a Flyers deck would be a little bit tough for us. If it's life gain, we'll be a little bit more okay. Mayhem Devil, we'll see. All right, get out Kalain. And no attacks past the turn. Heliod. Yeah, we're in a little bit of trouble here. So I can block Shambling Ghast and kill the Healer's Hawk. Although Heliod puts the counter onto it. I'm not sure if I get to put the -1 onto it first. Let's get the treasure. Either way. So I believe that, yeah, they get to put the counter onto it. So I could kill the Healer's Hawk here. So let's go ahead and do that. It resolves first. Now they don't get the counter out of that. All right, we need green mana at some point, but I guess it's not too important yet. I guess we also want to save mana here. So let's go ahead and play this out on red. Play out. Let's play out Woe Strider. That way we have a little chump blocker here that's easy to play. Do not pay with treasure here. I want to keep the treasures around. All right, attack in. Pass the turn down to 21. All right, big boy. They can start gaining life with Heliod. A little bit annoying. Linden comes out, and Heliod's turned on. Bad stuff. Lots and lots of counters. All right, so we can at least block with the nothing has lifelink, but yeah, so block the Pride Mate here. Sacrifice. Get a Scry, another Woe Strider. No. I think we're probably gonna have to use this Assassin's Trophy to kill Linden. I think we wait until they go to combat. I think that we play out Mayhem Devil. pass the turn, wait till they go to combat. Getting in for 4 points of damage there would be nice, but letting him have a chance to do other stuff isn't as worthwhile. Banishing Light. Probably hits Mayhem Devil. Let's see. It's the Woe Strider. That's fine, yeah. Sacrifice another creature, right? Yeah. Alright, so Assassin's Trophy now onto Linden. Turn off Heliod. Get an extra point of damage. I was hoping they'd play out a 1/1 or something beforehand to put more counters onto stuff. They have enough to give this lifelink now, unfortunately. We will chump. They didn't give it lifelink. Whoa, that's big. Dawn of Hope, okay. And a Claim the Firstborn, yes. Yes. All right, sweet. Claim the Firstborn. Give me that Pride Mate, please and thank you. Swing in. Down to 13 and sacrifice you. Yes, 1 more point of damage. Down to 12. Shambling Ghast, no. We need to start finding our good stuffs. Although we do also want green mana, because there are some really dead cards right now, because we have not found any green mana. Luckily, with the treasures, we are pretty fine at fixing mana for the most part. Another Banishing Light. All right, so they have 4 stuff going on there right now. Yeah, once Heliod gets turned on here, it's gonna be bad for us. And there it is. It's on. It's online. We'll go ahead and chomp. Keep our life total as high as we possibly can. There's the Korvold. Well, swing in. Don't have much else going for us. Soul Warden. Yeah, that's a lot of life. Man, we really needed to have green mana by this point. If we did, we'd be in fine shape. Down to 4. Well, there it is. I have to shock myself for it though. Yay. Yeah, let them gain more life. Yippee. Okay, let's draw a card. Damage to their face, I suppose. Yeah, and we're dead. They have three attackers, and we're done for. Bummer. All right, up against this guy, I don't think we can keep this hand. Deadly Disputes into it. Yeah, we can't have Woe Strider be the first thing we play. This is better. Keep this, drop Woe Strider. Yeah, Shambling Ghast into Deadly Dispute is actually one of like the best plays, so I like it. All right, so attack in. We do want to sacrifice this Shambling Ghast with Deadly Dispute, basically no matter what, but force him to play a card out of it first. That's even better. Couple of treasures for us. Let the shark go through. Let's get more ramp out there. Trade the ramp out. We'll wait. Pass the turn. We may even want to use this Assassin's Trophy on that. Right now, If I play out Woe Strider, I won't need the treasures anyway, but if I draw into a Korvold, it'd be a pretty sweet thing to have. Of course, then I'd like to have stuff to sacrifice. Let's pass to my turn. I could also play like Gilded Goose and Assassin's Trophy this if I need to. I also need to be able to kill a Burgie. All right, let's just play out Woe Strider, hold up Assassin's Trophy. We have a chump blocker now, so we're in decent shape. Pass the turn. And I do want to start scrying into good draws now. We need Mayhem Devils, we need Korvolds. Shocks. Let's go ahead and sacrifice the goat now. Yeah, it means we don't have a blocker, but we need to start finding good stuffs. Get rid of the land for sure. Okay. Hireling. All right, so it's just mono red aggro. I think we can take this time. Doing Assassin's Trophy too early is a pretty big downside, which is the main issue of the card in general. Play out Gilded Goose, give us some life gain. Pass the turn. Need to run into good stuff. I'm fine with Gilded Goose dying and playing Assassin's Trophy because we get Woe Strider back, which is pretty big then. Let's kill this before they get 3 more mana. Yeah, because we need 4 other cards in the graveyard. They attack and they get power. They get to pump this. Yeah, we'll block and get that to the graveyard. Then we get to play Woe Strider. Seems swell. Scorch Bitter. Yeah, that's annoying. Kalain. Kalain's pretty sweet. Yeah, Claim and then Woe Strider. Okay. And I think I will use treasures now for that. Make it even bigger. Yeah, that's an 8/7. With this tapped and pass the turn. Not a bad turn. Lots of blockers, filled up the board pretty well there. They keep drawing lands. Ooh, and a Torbrand. All right, does this get first strike as well? Gets double strike until end of turn when it does it. Okay. That's a lot of damage. I don't think that we're straight up dead right here. It's really close though. All right. All that resolves. Yeah, go to my turn. Kill Scorch Shitter. Chump. Okay, we really need to get rid of Torbrand before the next turn. So put that to the bottom. Kill the Scorch Spitter. We can gain life with food, so we're at least somewhat okay. They're only getting in for 1 point of damage that's activating it through, unless they have a hasty creature. Shambling Ghast. Not amazing. Can't attack in because we need to be able to block Torbrand. Pass the turn. This is if it attacks in with all right, there's a Scorch Spitter. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and gain the life now, just in case there's stuff that happens before too long here. All right, I can kill Scorch Spitter. I don't need to just yet. Pass to my turn. Prosperous Innkeeper is pretty sweet for life gain later. Do I kill the Scorch Spitter now? I think so. Before they have any kind of pump spell, I'm not sure if they're going to be playing whatever. They have 6 mana, so if they have an Ember Cleave and they draw into it, then we're a little bit too slow. Korvold on top. All right, that's good. Pass the turn. All right, so as long as they don't draw a hasty creature here, we have a shot again. Not hasty. It's a good sign. Okay, pass to my turn. Do I use the treasure here? Sure. I mean, more big guys means that we can stop more things. I need to keep Prosperous Innkeeper now. I think I can get rid of Kalain now, though. Keep the lands around. Ooh, that's big. What does this do? Deals 1 damage to each opponent. You can do that every turn. We still have a little bit more life, though. So let's go ahead and steal Pyreling. I think we're just going to go ahead and sacrifice it. It doesn't really matter here. Draw a card. To the bottom. Woe Strider's nice with Prosperous Innkeeper. Can I attack in now? I think that we need to try to close this game out faster. We have Korvold, which is pretty big. But if they get something hasty that's really bad here, it's really bad. Fast turn. Woe Strider gives us 2 extra life next turn. With this, we get to sacrifice another creature, get more card draw. Yeah, we should be set up for a pretty sweet turn on the next turn. Whew, that was close. That was really close. That Torbrand came really timely, and it was very scary. All right, up against Zazal, and keep this hand faux show. Okay, Overgrown Tomb. Shock it in. Lots of shocking that we're doing here, but next turn we have Claim the Firstborn into Village Rites, which is nice. Actually, with Gilded Goose, we have Prosperous Innkeeper into Claim the Firstborn into Village Rites, which is pretty sweet. Let's just ramp up to Korvold. So Prosperous Innkeeper. And we can hold up Village Rites if we lose any of our ramp past the turn. Chieftain already. That we do want to get rid of quite desperately so. And so I think I'm actually saying no blocks because I think we're going to hold on to Village Rites for the Chieftain. Down to 2. That's bad. Another Prosperous Innkeeper is pretty sweet though. It's a lot of life gain. Yeah, Prosperous Innkeeper. Gain some life. We are going to shock this in. We're going to claim the Firstborn Chieftain. We're going to attack in. I don't think I'm getting rid of Prosperous Innkeepers now that I'm gaining 2 life for everything that comes to the battlefield. I think that's going to be useful enough. And then let's Village Rites with a treasure. Sacrifice Chieftain. Draw some cards. Hopefully more removal. Not yet. Pass the turn. That's fine. No blocks. Down to 9. So Woe Strider gains us a lot of life. 4 life here with that. We get to put out more lands. We can get up to Korvold without having to sacrifice lands. Korvold is just a really good card, though. Is it worth even holding off on that? I don't think so. I think we play out. Let's go red mana. Let's play Korvold. Sacrifice a food token. That might be nice for the life gain, but I don't want to get rid of Innkeepers here. Deadly Dispute. Let's go ahead and attack him with these guys again. Down to 15 past the turn. Stuck on 3 lands so far. Skirk Prospector still gets them close if they have a land. There's a Muxus. That's bad. Let's see how much damage we can do this turn. I think we can do quite a bit. So Fabled Passage. So crack it. Korvold. How much damage can we deal with Korvold right now? It's a lot. Yeah, so we didn't actually draw an amazing card there, but we would get to, let's see here, we play Woe Strider. We have 3 things to sacrifice there and the Woe Strider. So that is another 3 points of damage. Deadly Dispute, which draws 2 more cards, and give us another permanent to sacrifice. It's hard to say that we wouldn't be able to get up, or at least close to the 15 damage there. Yeah, and if they didn't have mana to actually get to Muxus or whatever, we'd be in pretty great shape. So sweet stuff. All right, up against Turtle, and double clean, not so great. We can't actually play Prosperous Innkeeper on turn 2, but with Kalain we can get there. Not having green mana is a little bit bad. Let's still we're gonna try and see how powerful Kalain is, because Kalain is the card I'm thinking might need to go out of the deck, or at least drop to a one of, or one or two of. It's a good card, and I think it hits the 2-drop slot pretty well, and it's ramp. It creates, you know, it does a lot of the things that we want it to, but it also doesn't do a lot of things that we want it to. Oh, petitioners. Assassin's Trophy is going to be decent here. Mayhem Devil might also be quite good. All right, let's play this out in black. Let's play... I think we actually go Woe Strider first. I think I'd rather save the treasures to be able to kill petitioners with Mayhem Devil. So create permanents that we can sacrifice. Attack in. Trying to play the mind games. Okay, they blocked it. Fine, that's cool. Pass turn. Yeah, next turn we at the very least have Mayhem Devil into sacrifice, whatever. We can probably kill petitioners, and every one of these that we kill in the early game does make it better for us before they play too many more. There we go. Green mana's awesome. All right, so do I want the counter onto a Prosperous Innkeeper actually? I'm gonna have to use the counter, the treasure here at some point. So before the Mayhem Devil, actually, do I? I believe I can play Mayhem Devil first. Let's do that. So Mayhem Devil first. Prosperous Innkeeper. Damage here. And attack in. Takes 4. All right, sacrifice there. Hit a petitioner. And I think we actually sacrifice Kalain here since we already have another one there. That lets us keep up the treasure to sacrifice here too, in case they have like dive down or whatever. Okay, taps the mill, that's fine. Claim the Firstborn, that would have been actually very nice. Good removal. Keep the Korvold. I like it. Pass the turn. Ooh, I did keep something on top and then get a chance to mill it here. That's fine, yeah. That's just gonna happen. Keep good stuff on top, but if it goes to the graveyard, we're fine. At least we have a couple things of 3 power here. Pass in my turn. The Wall of Lost Thoughts is annoying, but we can also kill it with Shambling Ghast. So play out Kalain. Dude, Mayhem Devil gets pretty insane here. All right, so attack in. What's all of the damage through? Okay. Down to 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. All right, pass turn. As long as we stop them from doing stuff, we should be able to close it out in the next turn. Okay, Petitioner's number 2. And if they play another one, we get to kill the Petitioners before they do anything else, which does give them a land to potentially play another one. Do we actually care about this milling? I think just enough. Yeah, send all the damage at face. You don't need to hold off anymore. This means if they don't want to die next turn, they're going to have to actually block with Petitioners. Yeah, opponent sweeps it up. Sweet. All right, up against Nah Bulldozer, and this might be a little bit too slow of a hand. Claim the Firstborn with Deadly Dispute is nice, but unfortunately it's not a turn 2 play anymore with this. Deadly Dispute is better for a lot of things in our deck, except for being good with Claim the Firstborn. Woe Strider, Mayhem Devil are really important cards, but we're on the draw with really slow stuff. We can just hope that with a draw that we'll in 2 draws find a 1 or 2 drop, which we do have a lot in the deck. I'm going to go ahead and try this one out. We have a slow tap land. Play that tapped, pass the turn. And there's a Goosey. Goosies are good. All right, now we have mana for other things. Thran Temporal Gateway. That's terrifying. I'm also like kind of excited about how awesome that's going to be. But you know what? Also, yeah, very, very much afraid. Let's go Mayhem Devil first. Pass the turn. All right, all the ramp and the Thran. Do you have a big baddie in hand? Let's see what it is. Yep, that's an Ugin. All right, so -3. Yeah, we don't really get to do anything. I can haste in a Woe Strider. So let's go ahead and sacrifice the food. Just to get 1 more point of damage in on the Ugin. Because that way we can kill it with Woe Strider. Does that give me enough to play Woe Strider and give it haste? I don't think so. Gee, I don't know what we do about this Thran. Now that they have it out, we're in so much trouble. Woe Strider. Claim the Firstborn. Give it haste. Kill Oog. All right. 1 threat down. Do we have even close to a chance now? If we find an Assassin's Trophy, we can get rid of Thran Temporal Gateway, but they're also getting up to 6 mana, which means that threats coming all the time if that's what they have in their hand. Not doing it at instant speed. That's another Ugin, and we're done. All right, sounds good. Sounds great. I don't know why they went for the negative there. They definitely could have just killed Woe Strider and probably been much better off, but whatever. All right, so Prosperous Sack, how good was it? And Prosperous Innkeeper felt awesome. Kalain, the turn that we had the Woe Strider was awesome, but I think it's a 1 or 2 of instead of a 3 of. The ramp is nice, but I think I'd rather play a Llanowar or even Shambling Ghast and Gilded Goose with more Village Rites, Deadly Disputes, like was still ramp enough. Like every creature that we're playing in the early game is ramp, which is nice, and it does mean we got up to stuff quickly, but we're like having to like, do I actually use the treasures? Do I not? I want to get up to Korvolds. I feel like I'd rather have a 4th copy of Korvold, because Korvold was a really big deal with this. And then I think I'd just rather have other ways to like make sacrifice stuff deal damage. I'm not exactly sure what that looks like. An interesting one could be with how many treasures that we have. Marionette Master. Yeah, Marionette Master could be an interesting one because it does fabricate 3, which means that just by itself playing it on with 6 mana, if we had a Mayhem Devil and a Woe Strider, we could have 4 things to sacrifice for the Mayhem Devil, which could be good by itself. And then it also says if we if we ever sacrifice an artifact, if we fabricate and put the counters onto it instead, so then it's 4 power, we could, every time we sacrifice a treasure, we could do 4 damage to the opponent. And so that actually, it's an interesting alternative because of how many treasures that we make with Deadly Dispute, Prosperous Innkeeper, Kalain, and Shambling Ghast, that maybe actually, and Gilded Goose's food token also counts for that, that we could just say we're going to have enough artifacts to be able to get in for 2 hits with this whenever we play it. That maybe that's a worthwhile thing to actually ramp up into as like a combo piece, as an extra copy of Mayhem Devil. Basically, Mayhem Devil can hit anything and we can get rid of stuff on the board with it, but then if we just need to deal damage in the late game, we get up to Marionette Master, have a few treasures and food tokens laying around, and deal 12 points of damage, and with the rest of the deck we should win, or like with Korvold or whatever. So just having another threat in the top end could be interesting. I think that you can drop 1 Kalain for that, but you probably would want to be dropping like Firstborns or whatever and just kind of go more combo-y into it. Although we probably need a little bit more straight up removal then too. So I'm not exactly sure what that looks like, but overall, I think Marionette Master at this would be pretty sweet. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this deck. This is more of a test run for a different version of it, not running Cauldron Familiars or anything like that with it. Doing something a little bit different. Also not having Kroxa, but how good was Prosperous Innkeeper? Prosperous Innkeeper, I think by itself is an amazing card. Is so good. Kalain, also really good, but harder to play, harder to cast, demands more mana colors, whatever with it. And I think it was definitely good. The hard part is like you don't want Shambling Ghast and Gilded Goose to really get extra counters. Prosperous Innkeeper doesn't really help us a ton. To get more counters. It can be a 3/3, which is nice, I guess, with Kalain, but I don't think we want to use the treasures for that. And so that's what I was trying to think, is like if we actually do want to be sending the treasures for anything, it would be holding off for Marionette Master. And so even though it's not an amazing one, it's not a bad game plan. So anyway, let me know down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, and bye-bye.